Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this, and I thought I would do this video about Xbox problems because I've, like, 2,000 words on, like, I should be working, but 2,000 words on Chinese internet censorship is enough for one day, so fuck it. Let's get into some points that I wrote down about what I don't like from the Xbox One, because apparently people think that I think it's the best console ever made, ever. But I do have some problems, and I thought I would make a video explaining my issues with it. And of course the OzGameShop Competition is still on for a couple more days, link in the description, go and check that out. So, let's get started with used games. I don't play used games, doesn't affect me, I can't really trade them in either because they all come with this nice little sticker here. Promotional sale, promotional copy not for resale, so you can't really trade them in anyway. This is Grid 2 by the way, more about that later. Most of my games come with that little nice sticker on it, so I can't trade them in if I wanted to anyway, but I can let people borrow them. So, used games. This will tie into one of my next points as well, but it's not clear what they're going to do. Like, people can say there's these official rumours, there's these what people have officially said. I don't know. I'm going to wait for E3 personally. If they don't say anything, then it's a bit bullshit. But I think the problem is that a lot of people buy used games, and it sucks for them because apparently you're going to have to buy the game. So you get your game home, you've just picked up Grid 2 for Xbox One, you bring it home and you're like, yes, I get to play it. Oh no, have I bought the game or have I bought the code for the game? Because apparently every game you put in has to have a code, so it's with your Xbox, with your profile. So are you paying now for the game or are you paying for the code inside? And don't try and freeze frame and use the code, I've already used it. See, what am I paying for? The disc or the code? Because now it seems like you're paying for the code. So people that want used games, they don't get the code. So then can you go to the store, for instance, and pick up every used game for free, but then you have to pay 60 bucks for the code, or full price for the code to unlock the game. Why would you not just buy new games? So I don't really, like, it doesn't affect me, but the only benefit to that is that it screws retailers, and anyone that sells video games ever, I fucking hate unless they're online. Hate EB Games, hated Game, hate GameStop because they're EB Games, they're the same company. Hate fucking Gamesmen, I hate all of them, they're all crooked, they all suck, I hope they fucking, you know, perish. I mean, that's the one good thing that would ever come from online distribution, is that, you know, you can not go to the retailers because they're fucking terrible. So obviously, you know, a lot of people say, oh, you can't really trade in PC games, but that's just the way the PC has been forever. I mean, I suppose you can use that to say, well, you just have to adapt. But it is pretty crappy for those who buy used games. So, and installing games, I tweeted that 500 gigabytes is more than enough, but that was before I realized that A, you can't remove the hard drive, so you can't put another one in. I don't know if you can, if that's like the PlayStation 3 where you can just put a laptop hard drive in, because I don't think they announced that you could just put a laptop hard drive in. I think people just figured that one out. So I don't know if it's like that. Apparently it's not removable at all, so maybe that'll say no to that rumor. But 500 gig and you have to install all your games. Now, because it's on Blu-ray disc, it'll probably be, you know, quite hefty, which is a problem, because maybe you might be only to install 10 games after the OS takes up a bit of the hard drive, because they're running 3 operating systems. Why the fuck you would run 3 operating systems is completely beyond me, but anyway, they're doing it. So yeah, so I don't know about hard drive space, especially if you put movies and stuff on there. Can you, or do you stream movies, or can you actually download them? I don't know how it works, don't do it. I just watch DVDs or Blu-rays because they're, you know, I have a physical, I'm a big fan of physical copies of things, but anyway. So yeah, hard drive space is a pretty big issue, but they've announced that you can plug external hard drives onto it. I mean, a lot of people are saying, oh, I don't want to put an external hard drive and fucking... But you look at, like, gamers' computers, and we have, like, all our USB ports are hubs, and they're connected to hubs so we can plug keyboards, mice, printers, fucking capture software, hardware. You name it, we'll plug it into USB. You can get fucking mini fridges gamers probably have connected to USB. I don't see it as that big of a problem, because most gamers will chuck it under a desk and have shit running left, right, and centre from it anyway, so I don't see that to be a bigger problem. Those who are buying it to put in their living room might have a bit of a problem, it might look ugly, but I could not, like, why does it matter what the PlayStation box looks like? As long as, like, who cares? I could not give a shit what they look like. I have a fucking original PlayStation, that says how much I do not care how they look, because the original PlayStation looks crap, although I do like the piano finish. Codes I've already talked about, you know, are we buying, because now you go to the game store, you get this, you get the game, you can do what you want, I can go, here, Fred, have the game, or, you know, but now, am I buying the game or the code to the game? I think we're buying the code to the game, people. Online, Online only rumors. Actually, I'll get to that next. We'll do the no answers because we're not getting answers from Microsoft. They're dodging the question with their answers. It's like, oh, we'll announce more later, or this in this technical crap that no one can really understand except people who wrote the PR garbage. So just give us straight answers. And if you don't give us straight answers, that's very alarming because you don't want to give us straight answers. So online all the time or online every 24 hours. I mean, people have a point. The more you read about it, the kind of more you like, you know what, I was kind of wrong because, you know, I connect my Xbox is always connected to the internet. Always. And I don't really travel. And if I did travel, I wouldn't take my Xbox because if I wanted to take that on a plane, that'd be an extra $100. Fucking heavy piece of shit. But I can see the point 10 years from now where people are like, oh, the servers are down, I can't play my Xbox. But I'm assuming that can be all patched with software. I'm assuming that's not a hardware-based thing, so I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Although for people whose internet drop out, apparently it's just to verify that it's your account. And then you can kind of switch it off. I don't know how it works. They don't even know how it works because they're not telling anyone. I had another point in my head then that I forgot. No backwards compatibility. I don't know why. Like, yeah, no backwards compatibility sucks, but why is everyone going off at Microsoft for it? No one said shit about when it was on the PlayStation. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but just have your Xbox 360. I don't know why people are like, oh, but then I'm going to have another box in my lounge room. That was never a problem. I remember in my younger years, friends of mine and I would have in our lounge room, you'd have the Nintendo 64 here because that was current, then the old one, the Super NES, then the NES, and you had them all plugged in. Well, you didn't have enough ports back then. You had to go back to the TV and swap out the little AV adaptery thing if you wanted to play. That was just the way it was. I mean, no consoles have been backwards compatible since then, except the PlayStation 2 was backwards compatible, wasn't it? I think it was. What does it matter? Just keep the Xbox. Just keep the PlayStation. It doesn't really bother me. I mean, it bothers me because A, there's a shit ton of games coming out at the end of the year that are going to cost a lot of money. And then you got the new consoles coming out. It's kind of redundant because you bought the new console with no games and you have the current console with all the games. So it's not that big of a problem. It's just more annoying than anything. But it does suck. So until next time, I'm out. Tell me what you think. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Au revoir.